Did you know the Amish have been quietly saving hundreds of dollars every year using old-fashioned kitchen wisdom? These aren't just clever little tips. These are powerful, real-life money-saving cooking tricks passed down through generations. While most modern kitchens are packed with expensive gadgets, the Amish show us how to make the most out of what we already have. Their lifestyle proves you don't need to spend big to eat well or waste less. So let's dive into some of their most practical and inspiring cooking secrets. You might just start saving money today. 1. Keep fresh herbs alive for weeks. Ever bought fresh herbs like cilantro or basil, only to watch them wilt in the fridge in just a few days? The Amish have a super simple fix, and it really works. Here's the trick. Treat your herbs like flowers. Snip the ends of the stems and place them in a glass of water, just like a bouquet. Then, loosely cover the top with a plastic bag to create a mini greenhouse. Change the water every 2 to 3 days to keep them fresh and prevent that slimy mess. This one small tip can keep herbs like mint, basil, parsley, and cilantro fresh for up to 3 weeks. Way better than the usual 3 to 4 days. That could save you around $4 to $5 every week if you cook often. Bonus tip. Not all herbs like water. Woody herbs like rosemary or thyme actually stay better when kept dry in a cool place. Smart, right? 2. Keep cookies crisp. Not soggy homemade cookies are delicious until they go soft and mushy. The Amish have a clever way to keep cookies fresh and tasty without needing any special equipment. Just layer your cookies in an airtight container with regular tissue paper in between. The tissue absorbs excess moisture while still letting the cookies breathe a bit. This keeps them from getting soggy and helps you choose whether they stay crisp or slightly chewy. Perfect during holidays or family gatherings when you need baked goods to last a few extra days. This old-school tip works especially well with delicate cookies like macaroons or sugar cookies. Simple, effective, time-tested. 3. DIY vacuum sealing. The Amish way. Vacuum sealing is amazing for preserving food, but those machines can be expensive. The Amish? They've been doing it without any gadgets, just with a good old mason jar. They store dry goods like flour, beans, rice, or sugar in mason jars and use a clever hand sealing method. By pressing the lid down and creating natural suction, you can do it with the help of warm jars or using a small hand pump. They keep food fresh twice as long, no fancy tools needed. It takes a little practice, but once you've got it, you can reduce food waste by up to 30% and save a bunch over time. And yes, a plain mason jar is all you need. Test your eggs with just water. Ever opened your fridge and thought, is this egg still good? Here's how the Amish check freshness. No guessing, no waste. Just drop the egg in a bowl of cold water. If it sinks and lies flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright, still okay, but use it soon. If it floats, time to toss it. This little trick can save you from throwing out perfectly good eggs, or worse, using a bad one in your recipe. And that's just the beginning. These simple but powerful techniques can help you cut costs, reduce waste, and cook smarter, not harder. Stay tuned because we're just warming up. 5. The water test for eggs. No guesswork. Ever wondered if that egg in your fridge is still good? Instead of relying on expiration dates, the Amish use a simple water trick, and it works every time. Just fill a bowl with cold water and gently place the egg in. Sinks flat, super fresh. Stands upright, still safe to eat, just use it soon. Floats? That egg's gone bad. Toss it. Why does this work? As eggs age, air slowly seeps in, making them float. This little test helps avoid food poisoning and can save you $8 to $10 a month by preventing unnecessary waste. The Amish trust this method over printed dates, and honestly, so should we. 6. Penny power for herb gardens. Want a year-round herb garden, even in winter? Here's a brilliant Amish tip. Just drop a clean copper penny into your potted herb soil. Why? As the penny sits in the soil and gets watered, it releases tiny copper ions, which naturally fight off fungus and help herbs like mint, basil, and oregano grow stronger and healthier. It's like giving your plants a secret weapon. You'll avoid spending $2 to $3 every time you skip buying fresh herbs at the store. Plus, homegrown just tastes better. 7. Add salt to bitter coffee. Yes, really. Brewed a cup of coffee that tastes like burnt wood. Instead of loading it with sugar or cream, the Amish reach for a tiny pinch of salt. Salt neutralizes the bitter flavors, especially in darker roasts, without making your drink sweet. In fact, research shows salt works even better than sugar at cutting bitterness. This small fix can save you from pouring out that bad brew and wasting good beans, saving up to $40 a year in the long run. 8. How to cut onions without crying. Cutting onions doesn't have to feel like a sad movie. The Amish have a smart slicing method that helps keep those tears away. Here's the trick. Don't cut across the middle. Instead, slice the onion lengthwise from root to tip, keeping the root attached. The root holds most of the tear-causing chemicals, so leaving it intact reduces the sting. Plus, it gives you something to grip while cutting, faster chopping, fewer tears, and less waste. Win-win-win. 9. The 3-day soup technique. Flavor that builds over time. This next one is Amish soup making at its finest. Want to make a soup that tastes like it came from a 5-star kitchen? Use the 3-day soup rule. Day 1, roast bones, chicken, beef, or even veggie scraps to build a rich, deep base. Day 2, add hearty vegetables like carrots, onions, and potatoes. Let them simmer slowly. Day 3, just before serving, stir in fresh herbs and greens for that final flavor lift. This technique extracts every bit of taste and nutrition from your ingredients. Nothing goes to waste. It's cooking with patience and love. 10. The secret to soup that feeds a family. For just $1.25, a serving Amish cooks have perfected the art of slow, nutrient-rich soup making. They stretch simple ingredients, like 1 whole chicken, into a broth that can feed a family of 4 for less than $1.25 per person. How? It's all about patience. Slow boiling pulls collagen, gelatin, and minerals from the bones, creating a silky, nourishing soup that puts any store-bought version to shame. Archaeological evidence shows people have cooked this way for thousands of years. The Amish have just kept the tradition alive and improved on it. Some even call it bone patience, because those who wait are always rewarded with the richest meals. Want to crack eggs like a chef? Amish cooks often master the art of one-handed egg cracking. It's fast, efficient, and keeps your other hand clean. Just a little practice and you'll feel like a kitchen pro. 11. Crack eggs like a pro with just one hand. Here's a skill that'll make you feel like a kitchen ninja. Cracking eggs one-handed. The Amish use this technique all the time, especially when baking for large gatherings. It's fast, clean, and efficient. Here's how to do it. Hold the egg sideways between your thumb and middle finger. Give it a quick tap on the edge of a bowl. Use your fingers to gently pull the shell apart along the egg's natural weak point. It takes a little practice, but once you get it, you'll never go back. It's especially helpful when making delicate dishes like custards or meringues, where even a tiny shell bit can ruin the texture. 12th. Fix sour tomato sauce with just a pinch of this. Ever made homemade tomato sauce that tasted too tangy or acidic? The Amish fix this with 2 simple pantry ingredients, a pinch of sugar and a touch of butter. Here's the formula. Add 1/8 teaspoon of sugar per cup of tomato sauce. Stir in about 1/2 teaspoon of butter for added richness. The sugar gently balances the acidity without making it sweet, and the butter gives it that smooth, velvety finish. Just like that, even a basic canned tomato sauce can taste like an $8 gourmet jar. 13. Save bacon grease. It's liquid gold. In Amish kitchens, nothing goes to waste, especially not bacon grease. They collect different types of bacon drippings in labelled mason jars. Why? Because every type of bacon fat adds its own special flavour. Applewood smoked fat adds a sweet, savoury kick to breakfast potatoes. Hickory grease brings bold flavour to beans, greens, or roasted veggies. Just 1 tablespoon can replace oil or butter and boost flavour, saving you about 25 cents per use. Stored in a cool, dark place, bacon grease can last for months, and trust me, no bottled oil can compete. 14. Keep salad greens fresh, like really fresh. Tired of buying fresh greens only to find them wilted the next day? The Amish use a simple trick. Wrap the washed greens in a damp, not soaking paper towel, then store them in an airtight container. The towel keeps the moisture just right. Change it every few days and your greens can stay fresh for up to 2 weeks. That's up to $5 saved each week and no more sad, soggy spinach. It's basically a spa day for your lettuce. 15. Make fluffy scrambled eggs with mayonnaise. This one sounds strange, but stay with me. It works. The Amish use mayonnaise to make scrambled eggs that are soft, creamy, and seriously next level. Here's the tip. Add 1 tablespoon of mayo for every 3 eggs you beat. The added fat locks in moisture, so the eggs stay fluffy instead of turning dry and rubbery. And no, they don't taste like mayo, just rich, velvety goodness. In fact, this trick helps eggs retain up to 40% more moisture than regular methods. Your breakfast will feel like a 5-star brunch on a budget. 16. Sugar. Instead of flour for greasing pans. Want to give your baked goods a crunchy, golden edge without any extra effort? The Amish grease their pans with sugar instead of flour before baking. When the sugar heats up, it caramelizes, creating a delicate crust on cakes and breads. It's perfect for things like pound cake, banana bread, coffee cake. Just dust 1 tablespoon of sugar in your greased loaf or cake pan. It's a tiny tweak that makes your home baking look and taste like it came from a bakery. 17. The ice cube burger trick. Yes, ice cube. This one might sound strange, but it's a game changer. The Amish use a clever little trick to make burgers super juicy. They put 1 ice cube in the centre of each patty before grilling. Here's what happens. As the burger cooks, the ice slowly melts. It creates steam from the inside out. That steam keeps the meat moist and tender. No fancy ingredients, no complicated tools, just a single ice cube, and you get burgers that are up to 20% juicier. Seriously, try it once and you'll be hooked. 18. Pickle juice in potato salad. Genius! A summer picnic just isn't complete without potato salad, and the Amish have a secret that takes it to the next level. Instead of using only mayo, swap out 1 tablespoon of mayo for 2 teaspoons of pickle juice. Why it works? It adds a tangy kick without overwhelming the dish. It cuts calories a bit while boosting flavour. The leftover pickle brine is full of vinegar, garlic, and spices. It's basically liquid seasoning gold. This one trick has helped Amish cooks win blue ribbons at county fairs. So next time you're cooking for a crowd, give your potato salad that crisp, zesty edge. 19th. Mashed potatoes with egg yolk? Here's a surprise twist on an old favourite. Just before serving, stir 1 raw egg yolk into your hot mashed potatoes. The heat from the potatoes cooks the yolk safely. It makes the mash silky, smooth and rich, like something you'd get at a high-end restaurant. You won't even need cream or butter. Bonus, it adds a pretty golden colour and increases protein by around 15%. It's simple, smart and shockingly effective. 20. Use apple cider vinegar for happier tummies and better beans. Beans are a staple in Amish kitchens, but let's be real, they can cause a bit of discomfort. Here's the fix. Add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to the pot while cooking your beans. This reduces gas-causing compounds by around 28% and also makes the beans easier to digest, brings out their natural flavour, adds a subtle tang that deepens the overall taste. Turns out, what the Amish have known for generations, science is now confirming. Vinegar is powerful stuff in the kitchen. 21. Pancakes done right, with cast iron power. If you've ever wondered how the Amish get their pancakes so perfect, crispy on the outside, fluffy inside, here's the secret. Use a cast iron pan. Heat it slowly over medium-low heat. Add just enough butter to coat the surface. The batter goes in only when a water droplet dances on the pan. That dancing drop tells you the pan is at the perfect temp. Cast iron holds heat 35% more evenly than aluminum, so no more raw middles or burnt edges. It's a simple method for making breakfast feel like a luxury feast, without the restaurant bill. 22. Ripen tomatoes at home, cheap and easy. Want sweet, flavorful tomatoes but don't want to pay premium prices? The Amish have a genius move. Place your almost ripe tomatoes in a brown paper bag with an apple. Why an apple? It gives off ethylene gas, which naturally speeds up ripening. In just a few days, you'll have perfectly sweet tomatoes without paying for the fancy vine-ripened ones. It's nature doing the work for you, and it works like a charm every single time. Oh, there you go. 7 more incredibly smart, super doable Amish kitchen hacks to make your meals tastier, your food last longer, and your cooking a whole lot easier. If you're loving these tips so far, give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment with the one trick you're most excited to try. We've got one more round of tips coming up in the final section, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. 24. Boost tomato flavour with a brown paper bag. Supermarket tomatoes often look ripe, but taste bland. The Amish have a simple trick to bring back that garden fresh sweetness. Place your tomatoes in a brown paper bag with an apple. The apple releases ethylene gas, which speeds up ripening and enhances flavour. Studies show this can increase the tomato's sugar level by up to 23%, and the paper bag also prevents moisture loss. The result? Tomatoes that taste like they just came off the vine, not the shelf. 25. The 2-spoon egg separation trick. Separating egg yolks can be frustrating and messy, but not for the Amish. Here's their no-fuss method. Crack the egg into a bowl. Use 2 spoons to gently pass the yolk back and forth while the whites slide away. It's tidy, fast, and way cheaper than specialty gadgets, saving around $3 to $4 a month in wasted eggs or tools. Perfect for baking, custards, and anything that calls for precise yolks or whites. 26. Preserve fruit with a touch of honey. Sliced fruits like apples and peaches brown fast, but the Amish have a natural, tasty fix. Lightly coat them with honey. Why it works? Honey has natural antibacterial properties. It slows browning and extends shelf life, without making the fruit overly sweet. Families who buy in bulk can save up to 20% by keeping fruit fresh longer. Plus, you get a snack that's crisp, colourful, and naturally delicious. 27. Homemade cheese with flour sack towels. Making fresh cheese might sound complicated, but the Amish do it with just 3 things: milk, lemon juice, and a flour sack towel. Just heat the milk, stir in lemon juice, and drain the curds through the towel-lined colander for a few hours. End result? A fresh ricotta-style cheese for just $2 per pound, way cheaper than store prices. Flour sack towels are perfect, tightly woven, breathable, and reusable. 28. Easy egg peeling with cold water and salt. Peeling hard-boiled eggs is usually a chore, but not with this Amish hack. right after boiling. Drop the eggs into ice water with a teaspoon of salt. Let sit for 5 minutes. The cold water causes the egg to shrink slightly from the shell, while the salt helps loosen the membrane. You get smooth, easy peels almost every time, up to 95% success versus the usual 60%. Plus, no more overcooked grey yolks. 29. Wine corks to keep veggies fresh. This one's unexpected, but it works. Amish households add a sliced wine cork to their veggie containers with a little water. Here's what happens. Natural cork absorbs ethylene gas, slowing ripening. Your broccoli, cucumbers, or greens stay crisp 3 to 4 days longer. It's a simple, chemical-free way to cut food waste by 25%. Just make sure you use real cork, not synthetic. 30. Revive stale bread with a damp towel. In Amish kitchens, nothing goes to waste, especially not day-old bread. Instead of tossing out a stale loaf, they use this simple revival method. Wrap the bread in a damp, not soaked, kitchen towel. Place it in a warm oven at about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius, for 5 to 10 minutes. The steam created inside the towel rehydrates the bread, softening the inside while crisping the crust. It brings back that fresh-baked texture, perfect for sandwiches, toast, or dinner rolls. Bonus! This trick can extend bread life by up to 3 days, saving you $2 to $3 per loaf and reducing food waste. And there you have it, 30 brilliant Amish cooking tips that prove you don't need fancy gadgets or expensive ingredients to cook like a pro. These simple, time-tested tricks aren't just about saving money. They're about honouring food, reducing waste, and making the most of every bite. From reviving herbs and bread to mastering soups and storing greens, the Amish show us that old-school wisdom still works wonders today. If you try even a few of these tips, you could easily save hundreds of dollars a year without sacrificing taste, time, or nutrition. So which tip are you going to try first? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing kitchen hacks and frugal living secrets. Hit the bell so you never miss a tip that could change the way you cook forever. Thanks for watching, and happy cooking the Amish way.